Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor, and we're back in Cirith Ungol. We need to escort Atli back to the camp, but before we do so, there are a couple more things we can do in this place. First of all, well, we need to find the way towards the Grotbog Queen and one of the missing rangers, and I haven't been able to find out what's the way to go exactly, but I hope this path in here will take us where we need to go. Otherwise, I have no idea. But since that quest with Legolas and Atli will take us automatically back to the camp, it's best if we take care of all these before we continue. It seems, if I'm reading this right, we'll be sent towards Torech Ungol very soon, and I'm not sure we'll have the time of coming back to this place. I don't think we'll have the chance, actually. So we still need to come up from here, and I have no idea. I guess it's time for a ride. I don't want to spend a lot of time doing this. This really needs to be quick because I really want to get going with the story, continue where we left. But I can't in good conscience leave that loose end. So it seems we are nowhere near close. We need to actually find another way up. Maybe from the Ungoledain camp. And if that's the case, that would suck because that means we'll need to backtrack a lot. And I'm not even sure I know how to backtrack to that camp. So close yet so far. I mean, it's just up there. How do I get up there? Did I struggle with this one as well? The first time I wasn't here? That's most likely, but I don't even remember it. But it seems that's gonna be the case. Somebody please tell me, where am I supposed to go? Seems this is the location. Ungoledain Piercer yet again. So yeah, we had to backtrack way more than I expected. There we go.
Now then.
Oh, Beriathan, you startled me. This area is crawling with Gretbig and it has me a bit on edge. Thank you for the supplies, but I may return soon for the sake of my own sanity. Sure. In any case... Ah well, that doesn't seem like a hard fight at all. Should be able to do this. It's labeled for small fellowship, that's true. But this is what? An elite. Okay. It's an elite, yeah. But I'm pretty sure we have already defeated mobs with the same morale here in Cirith Ungol, so it wasn't that hard actually. Collapse the tunnel. Yeah, oh, come on. Yeah, there we go. So, that's it. Now I feel confident to go back to Atli and Legolas and continue what we were doing with them. A very small detour, but a worthy one, I believe. Now, let us just see if there is an easy way down. I don't think there is. This is too high. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to die, go back to the camp, and then basically having to come all the way back here again. It's not worth the risk, in my opinion. We are far, a little bit, but not that far, all things considered. So, we can do that. Oh. Where's the way down? It seems it's not this one yet. I swear. There should be a little bit more clearer indications of where to go. Yeah, it seems we're back on track. And of course, we're gonna pull a lot of spiders on our way back. We might as well double check these locations and make sure we have not missed anything. I think there's one more page around this area. Oh, but not through here. God, I swear. The sooner we go back to the main path, the better. Of course, we're gonna get dismounted. Poor horse cannot take such a beating. Alright, I see the page in there now. There we go.
2 nights ago, we hazarded to stalk her beneath the moonless sky. But when we sprang upon her, our blades would not pierce her hide.
Alright, we're getting the picture now. The full picture of what Celeborn, well, Celeborn's story. But we're still missing a few pieces. We're getting there. And it's quite an engaging story, too. But we're still missing a few pieces. In any case, thank God we're finally here. Yeah, sorry for that, Legolas, but I'm ready now. Let us
return to Eärendil Taedi.
Exactly what I was saying.
We return now to Eärendil Taedi, but something is amiss. There is a foul smell on the air. The smell of death.
But we're not that far. What do you mean, the smell of death? We're almost there. Poor Atli, what happened to your eye? I know I said that before, but it's so gruesome. Come, Beriathan, let us deliver Atli to take care of the rangers. You say that like I'm some helpless babe. I'm fine. You are not fine, and you are lucky to have experience with the spiders of Mirkwood. You are lucky too that I was the one to come to your aid. Their venom can be deadly. Hold. I hear something ahead. The camp is under attack. What now? Spiders! No. I hear the clash of steel upon steel. We must hurry. Oh.
Push them back! These uruks are no match for the rangers of Athilion!
For the Citadel Guard of Gondor, neither. Is that it? That is enough. Return to me, bloodless. The uruks fall back. What is Rûkhor? Batratazak, do you desire the freedom of the Ungoledain in their keeping? Ah. He is no longer one of us. He can die at the hands of these outsiders. Where are you? Ah, there you are. As you wish.
Let this attack be a warning, men of Gondor. Cirith Ungol is my domain, and you are not welcome. Interfere in my plans, and the bloodless will destroy you.
Rûkhor and his forces depart. What was that all about? It seems we're not alone with the spiders in this place. Is everyone alright?
A few of my rangers are wounded, but no deaths. Rûkhor surely could have taken us all out if he wished. Is he toying with us?
That's a very good question. I don't know yet.
Come. We must tend to the wounded and assess the damage to the camp.
Well, thank you for an easy way back to the camp. It just occurred to me when we were escorting Atli and Legolas, the relationship, their dialogue in there was very reminiscent of Legolas and Gimli's dialogue. And I think it's a nice detail to show how closer has become Legolas with the dwarves in general, that now he can have this same sense of camaraderie with Atli. Not as deep as with Gimli, but still. And yeah, talk about character growth.
The Pale Herald has finally made his appearance.
We must be cautious. Agorshul is already a formidable opponent, but something about his uruks unnerved me. Did you notice it as well, Beriathan? They possess the foul aura of dark sorcery. I must think on our next steps. If you would, please make sure the others were unharmed in the assault. Felgúr calls to you as you turn away from Legolas.
Rûkhor will betray my people. I am sure of it.
Felgúr stares at the ground, grimacing. His former matriarch's words must have affected him. As you approach, he looks up and speaks, his voice almost cracking with emotion. I must speak with you, Warden. Rûkhor will betray my people, I am sure of it, but they will never accept me as I am now. I want to make a deal with the one in charge here. Tell that Mablung I will help him find my people and the Pale Herald if he helps me find a new life among men. I can no longer hear the call of Mam Morgul, but I can still sniff out my own kin. Oh. What do you say, Mablung?
Yes, I heard what the Ungoledain said. He was practically shouting.
His suggestion is worth consideration. He is of little threat to us now that the enemy knows our location. He cannot skin change and attack us himself after all. Furthermore, several of my rangers were injured in Rûkhor's attack, and we are short-handed. Perhaps I can also pity someone who has lost everything. Fine. You can tell Felgúr he has a deal. Just make sure you keep an eye on him. He has not earned my trust, just a jot of leniency.
Good to see you came out of that attack unscathed.
I am no worse off myself, just the not-legged from earlier. He chuckles and then groans, stroking his injured leg. You ask him how he came to Cirith Ungol and if he knew anything of the tower. After you departed Lingris, I worked up the courage to enter the tower myself. It was the site of a massacre. Dead orcs and spiders everywhere, not much of anything alive inside. I continued on and found the gate wide open. I can tell by the look on your face that you know the gate of which I speak. Yes, I entered Torech Ungol itself. Barely made it out alive, but I slew a great many spiders while I could. I then found my way to that cursed forest, Ungol. Easier pickings until that big one chanced upon me and my leg, thinking to have us both for dinner. Huh. I will stay here for now. The rangers are gracious enough hosts. Get out there with Legolas and slay some more spiders for me. As for the tower, I think the spiders have surely overtaken it by now. If the orcs and their evil masters attempted to retake it, they must have failed.
Forgive me, but I overheard most everything. It is a small camp.
I am not sure I agree with Mavling's decision regarding the Ungoledain, but perhaps he can be of use to us. He turns to Felgúr and speaks just loud enough for him to hear. I will be watching you, Ungoledain. If you betray us, you will find an arrow between your eyes. Felgúr looks terrified and nods enthusiastically. Legolas turns his attention back to you. Atli's account of the tower is also traveling. It may have completely fallen to the spider horde since we departed. The time has come for us to head towards the winding stair and Torech Ungol. We must race to find Rûkhor and the Ungoledain before their wicked plans reach fruition. Yeah, on that we agree.
It is time for Felgúr to make himself useful.
Have him track down his kin. I will be watching from nearby, but we'll keep to the shadows. That sounds fun. So, what do we have here? Many things we have not equipped yet. We have these boots. We will lose some vitality, but we get critical ratings, so I guess... Well, and physical mastery too. Yeah, well, I guess we can keep this one. And these shoulder pads as well. An upgrade in all the sense of the word. Which is nice. We can open the treasure chests we have found so far. Alright, let us turn the other quests.
It does not tarry.
You return. I can tell you were successful. The noise is much reduced. Thank you for your service, Beriathan. One fewer pest out there is one fewer in our food stores later.
Now then.
You informed Gladir that my gang has been vanquished and the tunnel to Torech Ungol collapsed. Excellent work, Beriathan. I knew I could count on one as skilled as you. You are a breath of fresh air in this putrid land. With the quelling of the great big threat, we can worry about the other creatures present here, for I believe they are more sentient and may prove the graver threat. We will no doubt be relying on you more before this expedition is over. Be safe out there. Between the heights and the beasts and the venomous things, this is one of the most treacherous places I have ever had the displeasure of visiting. Awesome! We have reach level 125. That's it. We have completed the Wells of Langflot, and Durin requests your help. So we have received some letters, and yeah, I hope we'll have enough time to finish with the Black Book before we need to read those letters. So for the time being, let us continue.
Let us not tarry.
Myrtle recoils as you hand him the meat. The smell is quite foul. Not so edible then. A shame. The deer are too sickly for our consumption, and the goats have succumbed to a fell sort of corruption that enables them to survive in this evil place. Thank you for your efforts all the same. I will dispatch one of the rangers for more rations.
Will you help bear my burden, friend?
It is done. Thank you, Beriathan. I am sure they were pleased to see a friendly face in this harsh land, especially one bearing fresh rations. Yeah, I'm sure they were. You ready to go now, Felgúr?
I will find them. Let us start by heading east.
You untie Felgúr and let him know it is time to begin tracking down the rest of the Ungoledain. He looks around sheepishly, still not entirely trusting of the rangers or of Legolas. When he is at least mostly convinced he is not about to be shot full of arrows, he nods to you. I will find them. Let us start by heading east. Alright. So now we are going with Felgúr. The fact that Legolas is following us from the shadows is also a very funny detail. I think we'll get a couple of texts referencing that, and Felgúr's reactions are always great. So really looking forward to that. And it seems now, thank God, we are gonna be sticking to the main path. So we're not gonna get lost like before. Felgúr sniffs the air and points southeast. So funny when they run like that. So, yeah, the path east. We are finally ready to continue. I think this fly will not attack us. That's great. Maybe. Felgúr nods at you and points south. Yeah, and maybe we can avoid the spiders in the road. A couple of them at least. I mean, it's a narrow road, so we cannot avoid them all, of course. Ah, there we go, ancient page. So let us check this one.
That it lies on the threshold of the shadowed land cannot be mere accident. Dark forces are moving, and though Morgoth's domain is ended, his servants abide still.
So yeah, of course, Celeborn is no fool. He knows exactly what's going on. Now we have another good vantage point from here. And well, this is much clearer than the one before. And there we can see the Gulliant. Well, the location where the Gulliant is, but the game draws distance cannot go that far, it seems. So I think it's safe to say this is where Frodo, Sam and Gollum saw the armies of Morgul leaving the city towards Minas Tirith. We have another page in here. Felgúr grimaces and points north. Yeah, just give me a moment.
As you beheld in your mirror ere my company rode forth, a stain attaints Lot of Eärendil, a shadow among the mountains that darkens the valley below.
We knew. Now, if you don't mind, Felgúr, you're getting in my field of vision. Please don't do that. I need to be able to know where I'm going. Ah, yeah, this is the location of the rest circle as well. If we had died, I think this is where we would have ended up. And here we are also very close to the winding stair, but that's not where we are headed yet. Legolas calls to you from nearby. What do we have here? Hold, friend. It seems we are on the right track. There is no sign of the Ungoledain, but we did find Rûkhor's uruks. I propose we investigate the camp while we are here. Perhaps we can glean some clue as to Rûkhor's abilities and his motivation for seeking Ungoledain. Are you going in there? Yeah, that was not part of my bargain. I do not think I can fight those big white orcs without the power of the spider. I do not smell my king here. I might wait with the elf or continue the search. You can find me later. have identified the lieutenants of these bloodless uruks in Kaslokroz. I hear them issuing orders to the others and hear their names on the wind. Draulush, Mangath and Narnagir. You know what must be done, Beriathan. These white uruks must be the bloodless, as Rûkhor called them. We would do well to defeat as many as we can now while we have the element of surprise on our side. I believe that Rûkhor uses the goblins as fodder for empowering his Uruk-hai forces, making them a strategic target as well. Enter Kaslokroz and defeat as many of Rûkhor's forces as you can. Alright, it's not every day that you see an elf and an Ungoledain working together. Getting the pictures is kind of hard. Kaslokroz. So yeah, this this camp. Blood orb. Okay, there's more here than meets the eye. Yeah, sure, I took care of all of you. What is this? You have found a strange orb filled with what you believe is blood in Kaslokroz. It gives you an uneasy feeling. Perhaps it is used by the Pale Herald for his dark sorceries. You decide that destroying it and others like it is probably in your best interests. Here we have the first lieutenant. So yeah, let us leave this place before he respawns, and everyone else too. Orders from Rûkhor.
Zabothak, my most loyal servant. Like Cigar, I sent word. The tower must be reinforced at once. Be lost to the spider horde.
Rally with Ugrokor's forces and retake the tower, or Shelob may be set loose upon Gorgoroth or the Morgul Vale. Do not fail me. Alright, that was one part of the camp, but the main location is actually up from here. Yeah, through here. Completed Orc-kind Slayer of Imlat Morgul, that's also great. So what do we have here? Sigils and runes. Alright. And the advanced tier is 160 of them, of course. But that means, yeah, I almost missed the runes I got from the spider deed. And we don't want that, right? So just making sure I get all the task and crafting items I can. Yeah, I don't want to be losing that. There we go. Another warrior in here. Okay. Oh. Spy.
Fear not, my servant. I lay the blame for this defeat. The traitor Ungol. If he had delivered the forces promised me.
His excuses do nothing but tire me. We owe no allegiance to the Lady of Light. I care nothing for the false King Gothmog. I will be formulating a new plan. Stand by to receive new orders. Interesting. Alright, what else do we have here? Raulush, the Bloody. There we go. That was great. Anything good in here? Nah. I can do without that. Mangath the Impervious. A rare chest, a page. Alright, we have completed that quest.
Should my fears prove true, I will need aid against her. For I am loath to lead my company to slaughter as I did in the disaster of Udun.
What's the disaster of Udun?
Thus far, we have been unable to locate Shelob's den in the maze of tunnels in Torech Ungol. But we may finally have a solution.
The scouts have located a tribe of primitive men recently arrived to the west. They have been seen skin changing into spiders. I believe this may be the Ungoledain that Kaslokroz mentioned, and if they have come all the way here, perhaps they also hear the call of the Spider Queen. Now the chest. There's an orb in here. And the last set of orders as well.
I have had an epiphany. Perhaps Shelob is not a problem we can solve. Perhaps she is not a problem at all.
Rally the Bloodless. We will enter the Morgul Vale. We will enter Torech Ungol. We will find her ladyship Ungwetari and rouse her from her den. Huh. Alright. What are you planning exactly, Rûkhor? God, this camp is so small that you end up fighting everyone, even if you don't want to. Good enough location to farm the deed, I guess, if you so need. But I think we would be okay. In any case, back to Legolas now. It seems we have a better idea now what we're dealing with. Well, we're getting there as well. You tell Legolas of the strange blood orbs you destroyed in Kaslokroz. Unusual. I have not heard of this before, but I suspect they are in some way related to his sorcery. Perhaps it is a vessel for when a living host is unavailable. You did well to destroy them, Beriathan. Excellent work as always, Beriathan. By removing the fuel to power his dark sorcery and the forces who benefit from it, we have dealt a blow to the Pale Herald's strength. However, we should not let our guards down yet. The Gorshwheel should never be underestimated. Completed ally to the White Company. What do we have here? And quests of Cirith Ungol. So, we'll need to check all that really quick. We have, well, a new reputation tier. We have completed ally with the White Company. We have a new deed, Kindred. with the White Company, but we have also completed the ally one, some sigils, points, and a title. But apart from that, we have also the quest of Cirith Ungol, more sigils, another title, and some virtue XP. Loyalty is now level 66. That's good. So let us check the titles we just got. You have reached ally status with the White Company. Yeah. And here, hero of Cirith Ungol, you have done much to aid those who must fight the dangers lurking in the pass of Cirith Ungol. That we have, but we are not done.
Rûkhor is using the Ungoledain to seek Ungwitari? To what end? Does he intend to try to control her?
What have you learned, Beriathan? You tell Legolas of the orders you found in the Uruk camp. Rûkhor is using the Ungoledain to seek Ungwitari. To what end? Does he intend to try to control her? Surely he is not so foolish. But it is true, pride seems a common flaw among the Gurshwil. If Rûkhor and the Ungoledain were not at this camp, they must have already left for Torech Ungol. We do not know Rûkhor's plan, but if he succeeds in rousing Ungwitari, she will be unleashed upon all of us. I cannot fathom the terrible rampage he may incite. Her ravenous hunger will never be sated. We must hurry after them. We have no other choice.
Felgúr continued on while you were searching the camp.
Fear not, I did not lose track of him. He is at the top of the winding stair. It is from there we will enter Torech Ungol. I am weary of the traveling together up the stair. If these bloodless uruks have set up an ambush, that is where they will attempt it. We will be in the open and without footing. I will stay back and cover you. Go and find Felgúr. That reminds me though, well, first of all, the rare chest, the enhancement runes. We're about to hit level 126, and that means a new upgrade. So yeah, a new reforge for our items. So we are also getting really close to the moment at which I had planned on using all the runes we have. We got so many from appraising and from regular questing as well that I think we should be able to max out the items, and that should also give us an edge over all the mobs we are facing. We are also a little bit over leveled already, and that is due to the fact that, well, thanks to rest XP, well, we have gained a little extra XP, and that has pushed us a notch. But anyway, now we come to the winding stair. Oh, what do we have here? You have discovered trapdoor spiders dwelling along the winding stair, waiting to ambush anyone who passes by. Defeat these ambush predators before they claim any further victims. Ah. Yeah, no wonder why we got credit for the winding stair while we were still at the orc camp. This is it. So even if you miss something, you can easily go back to the camp. But for the time being, we'll continue climbing the winding stair. I can imagine maybe at other time of day this would be a great view, but now at dusk a lot of things are not as visible. So who knows, maybe we'll get a chance of coming back here at some other point to take better pictures. You know me, I love to take as many pictures as I can. And once again, even though the Morgul Vale and the Mountains of Shadows are gloomy and menacing, they still provide good pictures. Alright, the stairs continue through there, but by any chance, anything in here? It seems not. Felgúr.
They are near. I can smell them. I smell him. The Pale Herald.
Oh, we need to complete an instance. Ah. Alright.
They are coming. I hope you're ready for a fight.
I'm always ready. That's my secret, Captain.
Here age-long she has dwelt, an evil thing in spider form. She who was here before Sauron, and before the first stone of Barad-dûr. Shelob the Great, last child of Ungoledain, Ungoledain. The time has come to face her once again.
They are near. I can smell them. And someone else. The Pale Herald. Be ready.
Trying to be sneaky then. Oh yeah, there they are. We're gonna show ourselves? You sure? Felgúr, I have been waiting you. You turned your back on the path of your people, but Mam Morgul still calls to you. You should not speak with her enemies. My people have abandoned me. I cannot hear her call. What choice do I have? The Rangers will help me find a new life. Poor misguided Felgúr. Gondor will never help you. They fear what they do not understand. You will be cast out as soon as you are no longer useful to them. Felgúr appears lost in thought, considering Rûkhor's words. Allow me to free you from your doubts, Felgúr. With your help, Ungoledain will be unleashed. Return to the fold and find Mam Morgul. Oh. I can hear her again. Mam Morgul. Find her, Felgúr. Go! That's very interesting. I mean, Rûkhor is very powerful. Radagast said he was the only one able to bestow or take the gift of skin changing, but thanks to his blood magic, now Rûkhor can do so as well. So yeah, he is not to be trifled with. He is a Gurshwil after all. What I don't remember is if we had been told about Felgúr before, Rûkhor, sorry, or if this is the first time we hear about him. Not so sure. Anyway, we are in Torech Ungol now.
Mam Morgul!
Usually this place is a maze, but I think during this instance you can only take one possible path.
Ma Morgul, I am coming!
All the other paths are blocked by spider
I hear
webs.
you! Ma Morgul!
Yeah, there she goes. There he goes, sorry.
Ma Morgul! We have come! You have called, and your people have come!
Oh, jeez. There she is. Free yourself. What are you waiting for? Beriathan, please! Run! Run, girlie. Don't stay behind. Ah! Jeez! No, what are... No, who has me in combat now? Oh. The spider is coming after me, no. I'm not gonna stay and fight any of you. Yeah, that's why they blocked all the other paths. No. What now? Beriathan, go! Oh my god, that was so close.
You only delay my plans, Lord of Elves. Take your champion and go.
What a timely arrival. You have escaped Shelob. Yeah, you don't have to tell me twice. That was...
You saw her. You saw Ungoledain.
Yeah, I did. That was intense.
Dread in your eyes. But fear not. We are safe in the presence of Lord Celeborn.
We are safe for now, but oh god. You saw her. You saw Ungoledain.
I can see the dread in your eyes. But fear not. We are safe in the presence of Lord Celeborn.
Whew.
Tell me what happened.
There's a lot to tell. You must tell me everything, Beriathan. You tell Legolas of Rûkhor giving Felgúr back his skin, changing, the encounter with Shelob, and Rûkhor's final talent. Legolas takes a moment to carefully consider everything. I believe his plan was to use Felgúr and yourself to lure Shelob out. He knew you would try to run, and perhaps she would follow you out of Torech Ungol into the Morgul Vale, but he could not have anticipated Celeborn's appearance. Yes, I believe it is Rûkhor's aim to rouse Shelob from her underground lair, so she may devour all in her path, his enemies and his rivals. As ever, this all distills down to the former servant of the Dark Lord squabbling for control of his fading empire.
It has been some time since my last encounter with Ungoledain. Time has only made her more dangerous, more ravenous.
Her wound has only increased her aggression and inflamed her hatred. We must do what we can to contain Her and the Gurshwil Rûkhor. To do nothing is to allow calamity. Beneath these mountains, there are many sprawling tunnels carved by Ungwetari and her brood. If we come across any small exits, we should close them to pen the spiders in. The Gilgalire will block the larger passages. And what is the Gilgalire? Well, when first I found Shelob hiding among these mountains, I was able to restrain her within Torech Ungol with the Gilgalire, glasses filled with the Light of Eärendil. I suspected that Sauron destroyed them when he came to Mordor in the Second Age. It must be true, as the broken glasses remain inside. Now that he is gone, we must restrain Ungwetari and her children. This is the first step to finally defeating the Spider Queen. Take the Gilgalire and replace the ones that Sauron destroyed. Beyond the spiders, it seems that various Gretbik have also responded to the call of Shelob and taken up residence in Torech Ungol. Do not let your guard down, they are also dangerous in great numbers. Yeah, I know. From Frodo and Sam's accounts, Torech Ungol should be empty. They found no living beings inside save Ungwetari herself. That is no longer the case, as she has recalled all of her children from the wider world. I do not know if she has done this for sustenance, protection, or loneliness. I cannot pretend to fathom the mind of such an ancient and evil being as she. It matters not. The spiders are a threat and must be thinned before we enter deeper into the tunnels. Ooh, so there you have it. Ah, that's the entrance to Torech Ungol. But, okay. We are ready to enter Torech Ungol now, but before we do so, I think there are some things we can still do.
My fellows and I toiled to scour the land of them, but always more come to take their place. One might more easily drain the sea with a ewer.
Thing is, we entered the instance from the winding stairs, so there is a stretch that we have not yet explored for ourselves. You have successfully cleared the stair of ambushing spiders, which will allow the Rangers of Ithilien safe passage in the future. But why would they ever want to come here? It's a mystery. So yeah, we are just gonna explore really quick all these side passages before we venture into Torech Ungol. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's what I thought. A rare Mordor chest. 4 out of 6, we are missing 2. And if memory serves me right, those 2 chests should be inside Torech Ungol. It's a big enough space to warrant 2 chests to be hidden in there, I believe. There's also an ancient page. That's... well, we're taking care of that in just a moment, but there are so many side passages. I wanna just make sure we have them all. Ancient page. Yeah, don't worry. I'm taking care of you really soon. Let me just make sure there's nothing else in here that we might regret missing. Well, apart from Minas, well, Minas Morgul at night looks even worse than a day. That was a great picture, I think. Anyway, it seems it's now the time to grab this page in here.
It lurks in the darkness, coming forth to hunt only in darkest night. But its spawn swarm over the mountains, a fell, crawling pestilence.
Yeah, that we can tell as well. Anything else? Doesn't seem to be. Alrighty. There are just a couple more huts for us to explore. Very short ones as well. You can never be sure with this kind of places. Kaslokroz seal. Ah, yeah. I knew there had to be something else in here. What do we have here? You stumble across a strange seal bearing a mark of famine, the seal of Kaslokroz. How it was placed here remains a mystery. It seems this stone seal was once set in something, perhaps an answer lies in the dead city of Minas Morgul. And if I'm not mistaken, this is already the winding stair, yeah. We've already been here on our own. This is where we met Felgúr and started the instance, but you might also remember this is the place where Frodo and Sam camped, where Gollum sneaked to deal with Shelob and came back, and we experienced all that through a session play. I believe it was in the Wastes. A long time back, basically. So yeah, we're finally here. Retracing once again Frodo and Sam's steps. And well, dealing with a whole lot of trouble as well. But now that we have explored the approach, we are ready now to enter into Torech Ungol proper and do what we can to hinder Shelob and her brood. However, we don't have enough time for that today, so join me next time as we will brave Torech Ungol. For the time being though, thank you so much for watching today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.